Everybody, so today I'm going to be working on making adoptables for the first time, which is either going to go really well or really bad for me. I hope it goes well. We're starting off with Nature Girl. First I decided to add in her hair, and the way I actually decided their outfits and hair and accessories was I went on Pinterest and I looked up um, hairstyles, shirt styles, pant styles, shoe styles, and I just decided how to go from there. Because I'm obviously not gonna copy a character's clothing. I looked it up, decided what I thought would look well together, and I added that in. Then I started going in with my main colors. I kind of gave them all like a special characteristic in their design. So for example, I gave her heterochromia, which I love. Heterochromia is one of my favorite attributes to someone. It's beautiful. So I gave her heterochromia, and then I made that work with the clothes she was wearing, because I had her have kind of cooler and slightly warmer colors in this outfit. And the green eye that she has goes really well for a green top, and I thought that would look cute. So I decided to go with that. And I really like the curl at the front of her hair. That's probably my favorite thing about her design. Then I went in and added a little pink block behind her for just to make it look somewhat fancy, because it would look really bad without it, and I liked it. For this character, I tried to make him look a bit more polished and in general more put together in a way, I guess. Not saying that others aren't, but he looks a bit more put together because I added a little suit to him, and I really like how I gave him a little smile because that was the first thing I added that had a smile in it. And then also in the on the bottom of his pants, you can see I made a mistake, which I quickly erased because mistakes do not look good. And then I added the other side of his pants, and I do not know why I did this to myself, but I decided to make the fingers way more detailed on the back, which was a bad decision overall since I am not good at making hands. Even though I pretend I am, I really am not. I suck at it. And then I gave him I forget what it's called now. I think it's Vildigo. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's that skin condition where you have more two different shades of skin that are kind of more different, and I think that's also very pretty. So I decided to give him that. It's one of my favorite skin things other than freckles. I love freckles. So I gave him a little shine to his eyes because he would look dead without it, which would kind of fit into the businessman thing he has going on, but I decided to give him a sparkle anyway. And I gave him a gray background to kind of go with the business thing he's pulling together, basically. For this character, I decided to give her more of a bigger silhouette, so I gave her long hair, and I gave her the little bang on the side of her face because I thought it looked adorable. And then because of that, I decided to play into the cute vibe she's got going on, and I gave her I moved her head because I had to move all their heads because they're a bit too high up and I did not like how it looked. But after that, I decided to give her a cute dress with a bit of a corset top, and then arm warmers and leg warmers and cute shoes that are kind of pointy, kind of not, and a little heart earring. I love how she looks. She makes me happy. She just makes me happy. But so I love her design. I really like what I did with her color palette. Also, I really like gingers. They're also really pretty. But so I gave her reddish hair, I guess, and then I made her a bit more pale, and I made her yellow. I know some people will not like that, but I love yellow. Another beautiful color. All colors are beautiful, but yellow, green, and red are my top favorites. And then instead of just having her warmers being plain white, I decided to give them a bit of a yellow tint to make it kind of work in with the design better, and so that it would not just look terrible with the white background, because I was at first gonna leave it like that, but I gave her yellow. For our fourth and final chibi character, I decided to give him a biker aesthetic in a way. So I gave him that front bang. I don't know why, but it just reminds me, it makes my brain think of biker. And then I gave him those boots that I sometimes see, like, those, motorcyclists wearing. And I gave him the spikes on the sleeves. I gave him a choker. And I made his palette, like, darker in general. And I gave him, a red shirt. I love red. It's the best. So I gave him a red shirt. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm sorry about the logo at the bottom corner, but this is a IBS speed paint, so I can't really remove it. I'm sorry. But so I give him that, and then he has green eyes. Red and green always go together well, and I try to not put them together that much because it gets kind of repetitive after a while, but I felt like it fit for him really well. And I feel like the green in the background worked well, so I put that in even though it's kind of not visible. So this character I based off of a Eastern Screech Owl. I did have a Barn Owl up there too, but I decided to go for more for the Eastern Screech Owl look since I thought it was so adorable. Look at his little eyes. It's so cute. But anyway, so I based her more off of the Eastern Screech Owl and decided to add wings. They are extremely hard to draw for me, but I did it anyway, and you will see how many times I change her outfit, and I'm like, that doesn't look good, that doesn't look good either, what am I supposed to do? So I went through a phase of just giving her feathers, right? I just gave her feathers, and I was like, that doesn't look quite right. So then I went back in a bit later on. I added some feathers to her wing over there, and I changed her cape. Then, while I was doing the line art, I did her final outfit, I'm pretty sure. So we gave her the choker, the cape, the stuff we already all had in the sketch, and I gave her nails. I really love her nails. I think that's my favorite part about the design that I added on later on was the nails. So I added the nails. I started going in with these shorts, but I did not end up liking them, so they went by. So the shorts, I said, no, we are not doing that. Then I went in and I looked up cottagecore on Pinterest. Again, mentioned to Pinterest. Pinterest is amazing. And I found a really cute pin I liked, so I decided to go with that outfit instead. And I actually really like how it ended up looking with like just the general outfit. So I went with that Pinterest outfit inspiration, and then the feathers over there were probably my favorite and the hardest part to draw because I love drawing feathers. They are so much fun, but they are also so complicated to get like the direction and movement of them right, which I think I did not do fully with this one. I could have definitely done better on the feathers, but I tried my best for this piece. So the feathers are the best I could do at the time. And what I did was I actually took the Eastern Screech Owl and I kind of color picked from it. So I took the colors from its picture and then like spread them around her body. For example, the skin is the light part of its stomach on there, and the feathers on her ears are the lighter part. And then the feathers in general, like the darker colored ones, I used for her hair and wings, which I ended up liking, and I really love her sage green top. Probably one of my second favorite things about her. Sage green, one of my favorite colors. Second, right after maroon, which I say is red because some people don't know what maroon is. So, and then I added a sage square behind her to just tie that in, and she's done. And that's basically all I'm doing for my adoptables. And I was wondering how you guys would price this. So if you do have any like ideas in general how you should price this, I would love to know. Please tell me.